The big tight ends, big targets on the back end, can catch the football and make big plays.
With a first down, they'll snap it from the 32. The give to the left. A strong tackle and wrap up from the junior.
I'll tell you, this is a running back who's very, very dangerous, and the defense did a good job getting him down there. But they got to do a great job gang tackling, because this is a guy that can break tackles and turn those types of plays into home runs.
Wants to throw on second down. Looking to the big tight end. Picked off. He'll go out of bounds, but just what they needed to get the ball back. The offense set for a first down play. He's going to pass. Quickly complete. Breaks the tackle, and he's got room. He's run out of bounds, but a big play on that one, and it'll be a first down. Here's this offense with a fresh set of downs.
Could that be the play that finally wakes them up? Just not a lot of good going on offensively here in this first half. They've only got 3 points to show for their efforts. They haven't been throwing it a lot, but they took a shot there. They got a chunk play. Now they're in a position. They need to score a touchdown here before the half is over.
Here comes the offense on second down. Gets it out quickly, and he'll make his way out of bounds after the solid pickup.
I'll say this, man. In college football, you see a lot of bad tackling. You didn't see it right there. That was an awesome job. First off, being there at the point of attack. Once the tight end made the catch, there was no doubt he was going down. Great job form tackle.
Working their way closer and closer. A third down conversion, and they've got it at the 26.
And, David, on 3rd and inches right there, that's often a decision the quarterback predetermines. Who's my best guard? That's the guy I'm going to try to get behind.
And I know that defensively, too, but I'm just trying to dive and create a pile, but it's so hard to stop that play. That's why you see it ran so successfully.
To the air, it's Jenkins. And the catch along the sideline will come up a little short of the first down.
Well, we knew coming into this game, this offense was going to try and get this receiver involved and get him involved early. So here they are just finding an easy completion. It's not a touchdown, but they just want to get this guy lathered up and get him into a run.
Let's it go to the end zone. It falls incomplete. He was trying to find his man for 6.
And that's just a huge missed opportunity on offense. QB missed his guy wide open in the end zone. You might not get another clean look like that in the rest of this game.
They get him on the ground, but not before he rumbles all the way to the 5. A timeout is called as this offense tries to find a way to get more points on the board before the half. And guys, how much better does it feel if you go to that locker room with a lead? They have a chance to do it here. Quarterback quick pass to the receiver. Touchdown, Panthers. And they'll put that scoreboard operator to work and put 6 on the board.
Man, I just love the execution by this offense. Late in the half, man, you want to take the lead. You want to get that momentum on your side, and they do it. They finish it with the passing game. I'll tell you what, keep that passing game up. You can keep this lead, keep the momentum, and keep putting up numbers.
So they got the touchdown, now going to put it in the hands of their defense to finish off this half. Just into the end zone, and he'll bring it out. Not a lot of space to be found. Good hustle by the coverage team, and they stop him at the 21. Jacksonville State has it back, and the Gamecocks will go to work. Boy, they hope this next drive is more productive after throwing a pick last time, Jesse.
Yeah, and the coaches did a good job on the sideline there, just talking to the young quarterback and making sure he's able to turn the page, calm him down, to go out and refocus this drive.
Yeah, and some people do that better than others, but you got to show some trust in him, maybe get the ground game going, help around him a little bit with this system.
And the incompletion brings up a second down for this offense. He's looking to throw. Using his legs to buy some time. He fires it out to the right. Fires into traffic, picked off.
And we know turnover margin is a huge part of winning ball games. Interception number 2. His quarterback has to do a better job taking care of the football. Don't force it. Take the high completion percentage stuff. Don't always try to go for the big play.
This guy can throw it. Stands in and takes the hit. Reels it in down the left side. And he slipped through the crowd, and he'll house it. Touchdown, Panthers!
It's so challenging to stop the middle of the field passes deep down. You stretch me in these zones. I got to run with you in man. It's always a good idea to run those deep posts, and you could tell they saw it all the way. Receiver, quarterback on same page, gets the big touchdown.
And he made that extra point, the wet turf, no problem at all. So here comes the kickoff after the touchdown, and the last thing you need right before the half is to give up a big return. Oh, look at Mr. Hands taking the squibber inside the 30. Coverage team there to make the stop. They avoid disaster, and that's the end of the first half. First half in the books. Time now to join Kevin Connors in our halftime update. FIU has it on a tee, about ready to go here in the third quarter. And he passes on the touchback. Here he comes. I know he thinks he can house every return, but sometimes you just have to take a knee as he stopped at the 14. Guys, we'll see what Jacksonville State can get going on 0. Trailing by a couple of scores, they'd like to generate some confidence here early in the third quarter. And down he goes back at the 3.
In the second half, trailing the way they are, they know they're going to have to be able to throw the football to get back into it, but you can't accomplish that if you can't keep your quarterback standing upright. Give the defense tons of credit getting that sack on third down.
They'll give it to the back. Ran through the tackle, and he's got room to run. They make the stop, but not before he takes a chunk out of what they need to move the sticks.
Well, on a second and forever situation, they hand it off, and they're able to get a big portion of yardage back now to at least give themselves an opportunity to convert this third down.
Caught near the sticks. It's Morton. And he'll run out of bounds, but a much-needed productive play in the passing game.
It's amazing in college football, the tight end position and how much has changed. Back in the day, you're a blocking guy, maybe you catch a flat route. Today, these guys have athleticism, and you just saw it from that dude after the catch on that last play.
And the freshman does a great job using his technique and getting the man on the ground.
The run game just has not been working for this offense all game long. You saw it on that last play as well. Just not getting enough push up front on the offensive line. They haven't been physical enough.
What are you doing?
After the 3-yard pickup, they come to the line, 2nd and 7. He's looking to throw. Fires to the middle. Tight end getting vertical. They make the stop, but the sweet throw and catch is plenty to give them a first down.
When I have all that speed on the field, I got to find a favorable matchup. They're all across the board. Which guy do I know can win? Man-to-man coverage, you can see that guy can win on that play.
Got the back over the middle. On the move at the 30. And he's running in the open. He will step out of bounds, but not before the big pickup and a first down for this offense.
And that's why if you're the offensive coordinator, you've got to find as many ways as possible to get this guy going. Just get him the ball close to the line of scrimmage. Doesn't need to be a throw deep down the field. He's so dynamic when he has the ball in his hands. You saw it right there.
The throw makes his connection. Defense is there to make the stop, but he's got the first down, and they'll have it first and goal at the 6. They're going to throw it again. They're bringing heat. And he was hit just as he released it, and it falls to the turf.
And the defense at this point understands that the offense is going to have to try to throw the football, all right? They already got a lead, so they're now pinning their ears back and getting after this guy, trying to get him to the ground.
looking to throw on second down. Makes the grab. He gets it in. Touchdown, Jacksonville State. Great example of how a second half can really change everything for a team.
No doubt. First half looked bad. It looked like it was bleak. It looked like it was ugly. But now you're starting to get it turned around. More drives like this is what's needed.
Lining up to cover the kick after that touchdown drive.
17, Jacksonville State. 14.
From inside the 15, chance for a good return. Not a lot of space to be found. Good hustle by the coverage team, and they stop him at the 21.
We'll take over. First and 10.
Guys, FIU ready to go back to work on offense. They go to the ground. He breaks a tackle. They bring him down, and he's going to lose a yard on that one.
And those are the plays you dream about. You blitz, you bring the absolute lumber. Those big hits, man, those can set the tone. And that makes a decision for this offensive player. Do I really want to go near that guy again?
Coming, and the ball comes out. What a disastrous play. Defense covering it up and not letting the offense get it back. It's a turnover.
Those are hard for offensive linemen when they get beat. You're going, no, look out for your blind side. Watch out. But great job rushing the quarterback, getting him on the ground, and getting the football out. A little extra bonus. Nice job by the defense getting nasty.
It'll be a draw. They bring him down, and he's going to lose a yard on that one.
A lot of times those draw plays are successful when those defensive linemen run up the field, rush the quarterback, create some holes. Not this time. The defensive line did a really good job understanding that, seeing the draw play, getting the running back, getting his butt on the ground.
He'll ride his man on the option. Runs through the tackle. Pickup of one. It's down at the 11.
And a nice second effort by the back to break a tackle. But how about those defensive backs willing to come up, stick their face in the fan, and make a tackle?
Those are the best run defenses, too, right? It's not just D linemen and linebackers getting all the plays, but it's DBs that are willing to not just cover, but tackle backs in the open field.
And they make the stop, and this offense has it inside the 5, and they are threatening. On fourth down, they'll pass for it. Trying to get to it. And he throws his third pick of the day. His head has to be spinning. And he's wrapped up after a solid return on the pick.
Rain, sleet, snow, sun shining. I don't care. I get interceptions. Give me that rock.
Quick pass on the fly motion. Coming out, attacking from deep in their own end, and they're out at the 26 with the first down. FIU pushing tempo.
It's so hard for a defense to have to stop plays like that because it really forces you to play with great eye discipline. You see the pre-snap motion. Defense doesn't know if he's just running across the field and he's going to run a route, if he's going to block, or if he has the football. That time, he was able to outflank the defense and hurt them to get that first down.
To the ground with the back. And they try to run inside, and there is nowhere to go.
Well, they're trying to run the football there, just nowhere to go. They got dominated up front at the point of attack.
That's the end of the third quarter of play. With the score, Florida International 17, Jacksonville State 14.
Now facing a third down as they come back to the line after the break. Back to pass, it's Jenkins. Flushed out of the pocket. And the Heat will get home, and the quarterback goes down at the 17. FIU will line up for punt. This will be the second time they've had to kick it away. Fourth down, and the punt team sends it the other way. And the coverage team will get to it, and they'll down it just inside the 30.
You know, punt cover teams have a tough job because oftentimes they've got to tackle a guy out in the open field, and a really good one at that. But how about their ability to get to the returner and not just get the tackle, but create the takeaway? That is a massive play on special teams.
Jacksonville State has it back, and the Gamecocks will go to work. That last possession, a prime example, Jesse, of how things get condensed in the red zone.
Hard to throw when the windows are smaller, and that's what happens down near the goal line, David. But for this quarterback here, just take accountability and ownership and come out here and lead your offense.
And move on. Like, we needed points. That's something that we can harp on. We'll watch the tape this week, but now it's time to move on. Let's get another drive going.
Feeling some heat. And he can't escape, and down he goes.
You got to give the defense tons of credit because we know how much speed this quarterback has. That time you saw the pursuit. They were able to bring him down for a big loss on the sack.
Not exactly the ideal situation for this offense. 3rd and long, backed up inside their 20. Throws to the tight end. And they weren't able to make the connection. They were looking for an explosive play. And the Gamecocks will try to pin them back with the punt.
And now such a tough situation. Late in this game, you're trailing, but now it's 4th and long. Like, it's one thing if it's 4th and short. This makes it even more difficult. You got to have something dialed up you feel really great about.
Really good job by the coverage team to make the stop, and that's where they'll put it in play. FIU gets it back, and the Panthers will send the offense back onto the field. After a punt on their last possession, they are set up in plus territory this time.
And honestly, it wouldn't have mattered if they scored a touchdown their last possession. You've got to be able to turn the page and see this as a brand new...
And it's picked off. That's the turnover they desperately needed. Got room on the return. Touchdown, Gamecocks. What a great play by the defense and paying it off with the interception return.
How about that play by this defense? The offense trying to salt the game away with the lead. Defense makes the biggest play of the ball game, hitting the pig, finding the end zone, and taking the lead late in this ball game.
No return coming. He'll call for the fair catch. Offense getting set for 1st down. He's looking to throw it. Moving away from pressure. Tremendous awareness along the sideline and the ability to get the foot down for the big pickup. Big chunk play to start this drive. Now they'll really try to take it to this defense. They'll try the run. He's knocked down in the backfield. He'll lose a couple.
And that's a great play by the defensive end. The best athletes on the field play defensive end. You can ask anybody. Yes, I agree, Jesse Reese. See, they agree with me. Same thing. But you watch them get off the football, make the play. That's why you put your athletes there.
Nowhere close on that one as he got drilled trying to deliver the football, and now they face 3rd down.
And the quarterback gets hit again. We already know this defense has gotten home to him multiple times in this game. So here you are. You're trailing in the game. Defense knows you're going to throw it. They're pinning their ears back. You can't feel very confident right now if you're the play caller, and certainly if you're the quarterback, that you're going to have time to throw.
FIU set up with another 1st down. Looking for a crease. It's Rivera. And he'll pick up 1. It brings up 2nd and 9.
I never know if it's grammatically correct to say a team is being out-physicaled. You hear it a lot in football, though. That's happening in this game. They are just not getting the push they need all game long up front to have any success when they decide to run it.
On the move, he fires. Got his man on the right. Lowers that shoulder, delivers the blow. Touchdown, Florida International. They move on top here in the 4th.
Man, how about this quarterback right away seeing, I got to get rid of the football. There's a lot of guys near the line of scrimmage. He spits it out, and I let my receiver do the rest. Let my playmaker make me look really good. Really nice pitch and catch. And guess what? You got the lead now in the 4th quarter.
The ball bounces through the end zone, and it will be a touchback. Guys, we'll see what Jacksonville State can get going on home. Boy, 3 and out last time, David. They'd like to be more productive this time around.
Yeah, in the last drive, nothing really clicked. No rhythm, got off the field really quickly. They need to put something together here.
Yeah, David, bad execution on that last drive. So they got to take a collective breath and start playing like a unit on this one.
On second down, they'll take to the air. Getting some heat. Hit as he throws. He just throws it away, and I think the flag's going to be coming in. There it is. This defense has kept them backed up. Now one more stop, and they can get off the field on 3rd and long. Setting up the screen. Defense was not fooled by that screen to the back, and they'll stop him short of the marker. It'll be 4th down.
I think in this situation, 2 minutes, trailing late, I think you got to be thrown to the sticks every time. I don't know if these short completions are going to get it done. You're just not going to have enough time to get down the field. So from a play calling standpoint, I think you want to think about being a little bit more.
They got him. It's a sack, and what a stop for this defense to turn it over on downs. A 1st down for the offense. They'll run it to keep this clock grinding. They bring him down, and he's going to lose a yard on that one. Quick timeout called by the defense, stopping the clock to save as much time as possible for their offense. 2nd down coming up on this red zone opportunity. Defense showing plenty of pre-snap movement of their own. Touch pass on the jet sweep. Oh, no, the ball popped out. And what a break to get that football back. At this juncture, that would have been catastrophe. Timeout called there by the defense, desperate to get the ball back and save as much time as possible. And the last thing they need is to squander this great field position facing a 3rd and long. Looks as if they didn't get it off in time. It'll be a delay of game. Offense took a little bit too much time at the line there. Here they come facing 3rd and long from the 20. One man in the backfield, and he gets it. And he's not going to get there. The defense stands tall and makes the stop. The defense uses a timeout quickly, trying to get that ball back and preserve time for their offense. So here we are on 4th down, and this field goal kicker is going to face all the pressure in the world. No good. It's still a 3-point game after the miss.
All right, there's still life in the opponent because this team just had a chance to pad their lead with that field goal try. They knock it off the post. We've still got a good ball game.
Jacksonville State has it back, and the Gamecocks will go to work. There have been a couple of missed opportunities for these offenses in the last couple of drives, Jesse.
And I think
another interception. This guy just can't find his own players.
And they'll take over 1st and 10.
Running out the clock seems to be a mere formality here as they are ready to snap it in victory formation. Looks like the offense will just take a knee. It's one thing to execute early in the game. Tight ball game, right at the end. You need the clutch plays. These guys deliver.
You can't teach that gene. You have people that can focus in the moment or they can't. Great job by the team, staying focused, understanding it's a close battle, win those one play at a time, and then look up, and then, heck, I got the win.
Yeah, David, they just had ice in their veins, and you can tell there's tremendous leadership on this football team. Guys can step up, and in the huddle, they can make sure that everybody else is focused to the task at hand in order to get the W.
That's going to do it for us from here. For Jesse Palmer, David Pollack, I'm Reese Davis, and this has been another presentation